like, well, we're going to do an auction right now, right? What do you need? Lakota, you need a Navajo, you need a Zuni, we got them all. Come, yep, we got them all. Short, small, tall, Lakota, we got you, we got you. Some of you in this line could probably fall for a Lakota. No, anywho, I'm Chizz Bah. Let me tell you what. I do story. I'm a storyteller. Okay? Now, what you take away from this story time is your business. Okay? How you share that information is your responsibility. Okay? Let me just put that out there. So, first of all, I'm Chizz Bah. I'm out from the Southwest region. I'm out from Farmington. Anybody know where Farmington is? Woo! Very conservative, right? So this is like therapy for me right now. It's all good. But first of all, I would like to, because I'm out here in the community, Navajo Nation has always told me, Chizz Bah, you have a way with words. You have a way with communicating with people. We would like for you to do a public service announcement any time, any opportunity you have when you're out there speaking to the people. I'm like, sure, I'll help you out. They said, okay, due to the pandemic, due to a history of environmental risks such as the hantavirus and the current issues, they said, could you do a PSA? I'm like, sure. So being that we've got vendors and we've got some food here and so forth, first of all, let's go off with piña nuts. How many of you guys love piña nuts? Let me hear it. Woo! How many of you guys like it salted? Woo! How many of you guys like it roasted and salted? Oh, Lordy, lisinopril, right? Make sure you take your medication, right? Okay, so let me share this with you because Navajo Nation said, okay, we know vendors are out. We know they're going to want to sell piña nuts, so we need you to do this, be a public service announcement for them. So here it goes. Ohaya, nashi, in kandahan nihido, nashi, dahosahiki. He chalak was dash, the tandaki for yate. Ishi da bachanda belish and the ata pumping na he then he kazel in a bachahi taten. A ko ebony not a snip. Ashwari, please wash your nuts. I'm not sure why they haven't called me back, but like I said, be responsible and share that PSA, okay? Anywho, people always like, Chizz, why are you always carrying around that bag with you, this red bag? I said, well, first of all, we know the issue with the government. We're not even giving that much attention, okay? But we know how this reservation, quote unquote, all goes, you know? So I said one day, when I actually have the opportunity to actually buy land, not just lease it to me, I will put my children's umbilical cord. Because in the Navajo way, when the baby is born, you wait for the umbilical cord to fall off. And you put that umbilical cord somewhere where they feel well grounded, where it's sacred, where it brings meaning to the family. That way, when they get older and if life becomes chaotic, it will regulate them, return them to their potential being. So until the day I'm able to buy land, I keep my children's umbilical cord in here. Okay? I also keep my ex-husband's in here. His umbilical cord. Reason being, you don't mess with Navajo women, okay, first of all. Reason being, back when I was in 20, I'm 49 now, okay? Back when I was in 20, when I was in my 20s, I was hot. Ooh, I was like all skin, as they say, like, ooh, whose in-law is she? I bet you she can make she can make fried bread for everyone at the Santa Fe Indian Market. That kind of in-law, you know? So I told her one day, I said, you know what, if you want me to be your trophy mother or trophy daughter-in-law, I said, this is what I want. I said, before I marry your son, I said, I want the best, I want sheep, I want lizard, I want goats, I want bakersy, I want cows, I want dola, I want bull. I said, I want puppy. Not puppy, I said puppy. I said, puppy, or hot Cheetos, don't remote control it is eating. You know? So I said, I want puppy. So she hasn't paid up, right? So I said, you know what, I don't mess around like that. So I said, you know what, woman? I gave you my potential. I made fried bread for all your thoughts, your ceremony. I made you a proud mother-in-law, but you didn't pay up. So I said, you know what? I want your son's Right? That's why you don't mess with Navajo women. Stay away from her. So she gave it to me. I put it in here. So every now and again I go like this. So he doesn't know why he keeps coming back to me. Anyhow, such wisdom I offer, right, at Santa Fe. They should have been careful who they invited. All right. So I told you a little bit about my age. I'm 49 years old. Oh, Lordy. Let me tell you what. People are like, Chizz Bah, as a comedian, how do you relate to men? How do you manage to give information that men can handle? As far as comedian, I said, well, first of all, I'm menopausing. Right? My man boobs are coming in. My beer gut, my non-alcoholic beer gut is coming in. And I like to bitch all day long. So, but you know what? I'm one who likes to get to know people. I try to understand what's going on. So, during the pandemic, I realized you men have a lot of expectations put on you. You have an anatomy that you have been blessed with that requires so much coordination and responsibility and just so much expectation society places on your anatomy. And I figured this out because during the pandemic, you ever been through a fast food, right? We all did the fast food. We all had to do that. So I had my first experience and I had my aha moment of what you male go through. Went to the pay window. The young lady brings out this gadget, right? She puts it out, tells me, I gotta pay my bill. And for whatever reason, at that moment in time, I have never had anything pulled out to me like that. So I'm in the pay window, I'm on the driver's side, and I pull out my debit card. I was so nervous. I could not put my debit card in this little slot, one slot. I had the responsibility. I could not. So she said, go ahead and push it in. I pushed it in. She said, push it in harder. I pushed it in harder. She goes, okay, you can pull it out now. Oh my goodness. I was like, you know what? I bet you America would be great again if men and women were to communicate like that, right? And then she says, come again. Right? Exactly. I was like, oh, Lordy. So, but anywho, so like I said, so I want to share you this last piece with you. Why we do what we do as comedians. Why we do it, especially for native, indigenous people. Let me give you a little bit of backstory. Back in college, back in 1900, 0.001% community I was in, plus the college university. I got invited to elementary school. I walked in the gymnasium, the non-natives running around there, like, oh my gosh, one of those moments, like, really? And the teacher says, today, we have a real live Indian princess. In my head, I was like, as opposed to a dead one, right? So then she says, Chizz Bah, we hear your people speak the language that saved this country through the Navajo code talkers. Could you share something about your language? Okay. So I share this with you, this last piece. Shalecha, the Kijolia, Aquiche, Shiket Naga, but bit on their shoulder, but say on their skull. Aquiche, Shiket Naga, Shiket Naga, Shiket Naga. She's like, oh my gosh, give her her land bag. Give her her land bag. It's actually a nursery rhyme about a dog. That's my time on Chizz Bah. Yahoo!